What's going on, guys? It's Snoo603 from Shustybang, and today I am bringing you Battlefield 4 tips for beginners. Battlefield puts a very heavy emphasis on teamwork, as it always has, which you can tell just by how it uses squads instead of just full teams of 8 versus 8 or 12 versus 12 or whatever the player count happens to be. Early on in the game, I'm noticing that there is little to no teamwork going on. Now, I wish that weren't so, but every single game I've played now, right up to where I'm currently at rank 11, this game has had a severe lack of team players. So in this video, I'm going to go over some basic tips needed to be a competent, successful, and helpful Battlefielder, and hopefully this will help out some other new players that have joined the Battlefield family. Tip number 1, play the objective. Now this is the most important part about learning how to play this game. Now if you haven't heard the saying before, what you need to do is PTFO, and you're going to see this a lot in the chat probably, and that stands for play the fucking objective. And this plays to any game mode other than TDM. Now, say you're playing Conquest, and regardless if you're on foot, or if you're in a ground vehicle, or you're in the air, you need to focus on the objectives. Individual scores doesn't really do anything to help your team to win, and it doesn't even get you as much points as playing the objective. So it's not worth wasting your time trying to play any other game like it's TDM if it's not TDM. You can go 40-5 and still lose out to people who went 5-40 but really played the objective that entire time. So not only does it help your team to play the objective, it helps you rank up your player faster as well. Everyone has a better time when the whole team actually plays the objective, because it leads to more intense battles and closer fought games that keep the excitement going right down to the wire. Tip number 2, squad up. To repeat my previous point, Battlefield puts a heavy emphasis on teamwork. Now when you get into a game, it should automatically put you into a squad. Sometimes it actually doesn't do that though, so what you need to do is go into the menu and double check that you are indeed in a squad. If you are not, hop into one, as it offers a few benefits. One of those being is that you serve as a spawn point for your other squad mates, so if you're still alive and everyone else in your squad is dead, you can get to a safe zone and everyone can spawn in on you. The additional bonus to that is it gets you points when your squad mates spawn in on you, so it further benefits you in helping rank up your player faster because you get even more points for doing something just as simple as being a good team player and being in a squad. Now on top of that, you can also follow orders from your squad leader on say what objective to attack or defend, and by following those commands from your squad leader, you get even more points. Tip number 3, protect your vehicles. There's a good old-fashioned saying that goes waste not, want not, and it is very appropriate when talking about your vehicles in Battlefield 4. When playing game modes that put a heavy emphasis on vehicle gameplay, such as Conquest, Obliteration, and even some maps for Rush, everyone needs to do their part to protect and not waste the vehicles that your team gets. Simply put, if you don't help your team keep the vehicles alive, you don't even stand a chance of winning against a team that only has a few people that are trying to keep their vehicles alive. Vehicles not only offer offensive support, but they also provide a point of cover, and they work as a mobile spawn point, so teams can use them to respawn in closer to the battle, instead of coming back at their respective spawn far removed from the action and losing a lot of time traveling back into the fight. If you can't keep your vehicles alive, you lose all of that, and your loss turns into a very one-sided benefit for the other team. So whether you're riding in the back of a little bird, or in the transport chopper, or in any of the various tanks, hell, even in any of the new boats, remember that they are not taxis. They are assets that are very important to your team in helping them achieve victory. On the other side of the coin, it is important to make taking enemy vehicles down your #1 priority, so long as it means you're not abandoning, repairing, or protecting your own team's vehicles. If you see that your team's vehicles already have a few people repairing them, then it should fall to you to help take down the opposing team's vehicles. You can do that as an engineer by putting down mines and hoping they drive over them, or firing RPGs, or even getting close enough to do damage with your blowtorch. As a recon player, you can use your C4 and place it on the tank to take them down. But remember that some vehicles are stronger than others, so it's best to place all 3 C4 packs down on the tank, then blow it up to make absolutely sure you destroy it in one shot. Tip number 4, heal, repair, designate, and supply. As infantry, it's not only your job to take down enemy players, but it's also your job to take care of your team. The bonus here is that doing any and all of the following tips will help you get a lot of points, which is always good as it helps you rank up faster. Playing as an assault, you have 2 main gadgets that are your most important tools other than your gun. Those 2 tools are your med pack and your defibrillators. You start out with the med pack, and this heals not only yourself, but anyone that stands around it when you throw it on the ground. When coming out of a fight, or even coming up on one that your teammates were just in, throw down that med pack. Not only does this heal you and your teammates, but it also makes everyone happy because then they can get back to 100% health almost immediately and continue on fighting. It does take a little while to unlock the defibs, but these allow you to revive teammates. When you see a recently down teammate, you can either do a quick revive or full revive. If you have time, go for full revive, which is accomplished by holding your paddles together for a few seconds and then hitting the player. A quick revive will only bring them back to life with 20% health, but it will allow you to revive more people in a shorter amount of time. Playing as an engineer, you have a few tools to choose from, but your most important are the repair tool and your rocket launchers. The repair tool is obvious because it allows you to repair your friendly vehicles, such as tanks, boats, choppers, basically any vehicle it's going to repair. Launchers come in many forms, but they all do the same sort of damage. You want to use them. Playing as support is very important because it allows you to resupply players with ammo, which is a very important role in this game. You have two kinds of ammo packs. Little ones that refill some ammo for one player at one time, or a bigger ammo bag that will resupply several players entirely. Treat these with a little more care as their supply is not limitless. You can only throw down so many of these in one given life. Playing as a recon allows you to not only blow things up with the C4, but you can also laser designate targets such as tanks or choppers, so that lockable RPGs can instantly lock onto your painted target. This is good because it makes it so that engineers can just pull out their launchers and fire right away, saving time and taking down targets quicker. Tip number 5, pick proper positioning. This kind of goes hand in hand with playing the objective, but to be more specific, you need to be smart about where you are. If you're playing an objective-based game like Rush, you need to stick close to the objectives, which are called MCOMs, to be able to help to your team. Sitting up on top of a skyscraper trying to snipe will not help your team out. In fact, you're not only hindering them, but you're helping the enemy team. The more boots on the ground that you have, the harder it is for the enemy team to either push past you or stop you from pushing past them. This can be achieved just by playing smart, paying attention to your surroundings, and picking a spot that's close enough to the objectives to get to them quickly if need be, but not so close that you're an easy target to be picked off. Say you're playing a game of obliteration, and your team picks up the bomb and heads out to arm it. Now is the time to follow them, or at least take a parallel route to the same objective that they're heading to. This way you're close enough to help them out if need be, but you're not all clustered so that you're an easy mass target to be wiped out. Now this also all goes for allowing teammates to spawn in on you. When you recognize that you are the last remaining member on your team and you are in good position to make a move on the objective, you do not want to go in yet. You want to get into a safe position, relatively close to where you are, and allow your entire squad to spawn in first, because it's always better to go in with a group of 5 people than it is with just 1. Tip number 6, spot your enemies. When you see an enemy, be sure to spot them. Now it differs from platform to platform. On PC, I believe you hit Q in order to spot people. I'm not entirely sure because I'm using a custom keyboard and I've rebound the keys, so you have to excuse me for that. On console, I believe you hit select in order to spot people. What this does is that it puts a red marker above the player and stays there for a short amount of time. This not only makes it easier for you to see them if they move around, but it makes them show up to everyone else on your team. You can do this to vehicles as well, and it's especially important for choppers and jets. These maps are very big, so sometimes when you're in the air, it's actually very hard to pick out other aircraft such as jets or choppers. Spotting enemy aircraft makes it easier for your teammates in the sky to see them and take them down. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like on it, share it with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. We would greatly appreciate it. We have a lot more content similar to this coming out soon. Other than that, as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know what else you'd like me to cover in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys later.